I'm Father Dick Hauser. I am deeply touched by your considering me worthy of the award that I'm receiving tonight, and I regret that I cannot be with you. I was asked if I would comment on my writing since the award deals with my writing. Years ago, in a Jesuit rec room, in light conversation over drinks, we had a discussion what we would like on our tombstones. And rather spontaneously, I replied, he helped us recognize God's presence in our lives. And I realized that that theme has run through all my teaching and all my writing. And I can remember when it started. When I finished my graduate studies, I came to Creighton University and was asked to teach a course, a beginning course in theology. I decided to teach a course called Faith and Experience. Most courses dealt only with the doctrine, summarizing doctrines. I was going to teach the doctrine to the degree that it helped the students recognize their experience of God. I taught that course and it was very acceptable. In fact, very highly praised. And every subsequent course I taught contained a main element of the experience of God, not simply doctrine, but how the doctrine pointed to the experience. And this made a lot of sense because this was the post-Vatican II era. And in Vatican II, the Church brought to our attention the role of the Holy Spirit, the sanctifier. Our experience of God is directly related to the actions of the Holy Spirit in our hearts. But so often we do not recognize it is the Holy Spirit acting within us. So my courses became eye-openers for students, usually to recognize for the first time that God was alive and well in their life. And as my students subsequently in my courses recognized that experience, I recognized it in my own life. I could not have named for you an experience of the Holy Spirit before I started teaching courses at Creighton University. These courses eventually evolved into articles I wrote for various journals, and then also into my 3 books. All 3 of my books focus on recognizing God's Spirit in our hearts. The first book, In His Spirit, has to do with recognizing God's Spirit and power in prayer. The second, Moving in the Spirit, has to do with recognizing God's Spirit and power in ordinary daily life. And the third book, Finding God in Troubled Times, has to do with recognizing God's Spirit and power in suffering. And I have to say that through my own teaching and through my own writing, I discovered and appropriated at a level I never dreamed existed the presence and action of God in my own life. So my work has been for me almost sacramental in uncovering a presence of God that was there all the time, but which I had not recognized. Thank you.